That's the Thanksgiving spirit I love from you, Kelly.
I'm not sure Biggie heard all that.
No,
little rant.
well, you know, I'll be honest. Sometimes you guys sound like a Charlie Brown character. All I hear is background.
Remember when you get 2 Fs and 1 GD, it's pretty good.
But then suddenly, towards the end, which I wasn't expecting, I heard the classic Dave just crack up, and I'm like, well, what is going on?
Let me tell you what happened to me. I was on a whim. I stopped at Crumbl Cookies the other day. Okay, all right.
You were ready for that?
On a whim. Okay, right. I guess not. Here's what.
Is this for Daddy or for the fam?
I was going to go for Daddy, and then I thought, well, I'll just get it for the family. I'll make myself a hero and get 6 cookies.
Generous,
you know. I did. I got 6, and there's 4 of us. And anyhow, you know, lately we've been chronicling since yesterday things that everybody loves that I hate, and therefore it makes me angry. Mm-hmm. And I guess one of those is social media, because people absolutely love it, went crazy for it, and I loathe it. And you know, it makes me mad when I see people posting fun pictures. You know, I don't like that. So I go into Crumbl Cookies, and I'm ready to step up and order, and they're like, oh, go to our kiosk. All right, I'll go to your kiosk.
That's the iPad.
I go to the iPad.
That's where they get you.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, it was very efficient. I went over, and I hit what I wanted. It gave me, here are today's cookies, and there were like 10 of them, and I picked the 6 I wanted. And they said, we'll have you boxed up in moments. And 30 seconds later, they called my name, and they said, do these cookies look good? And I said, they're perfect. And they closed the box, and I went out. So that was a nice experience. But at the end of my transaction with the kiosk, it said, how did you hear about Crumbl Cookies? Okay. So, of course, I was going to say radio. 2 guys named Chris, man, radio. And they had options. They were like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, this and that. And I was like, no. And it was like, and not a darn mention of radio or TV. And none of it. And at the bottom it said other, and I said, yeah, other radio. And I typed it in radio.
You scratched it in with your fingernail.
I took my nail and scratched it like that.
Take a piece of paper and tape it to the kiosk.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Radio.
Right. I'd heard about it on the radio. How do you like that? And it just made me mad that it wasn't even an option, you know, because we talked about Crumbl Cookies. I could have heard about it from here, all right, from my mouth on the radio.
That's true.
That's right. So,
Sir, please take your cookies and go.
she's all mad.
Who leaves a Crumbl cookie in a bad mood?
I did. I did.
So old man.
It just made me mad.
Yeah.
It made me mad that it wasn't an option, that it was all this new school stuff. You know, well, I'm not on Snapchat, okay?
You sound like you could use a friend's giving.
That's not.
And you know, when they see each week, they change their flavors.
I know.
And it is an event on social media.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. They roll it out like it's, I mean, they make a movie out of their new flavors each week, and people wait for it.
It was interesting to me that they only had so many flavors. Like, I couldn't just go and get whatever I wanted. There was only so many. Now, I have to say, they were delightful. But they set you back $20 for 6 cookies.
Well, something to be said for, I mean, that's a custom cookie, yeah?
Well,
It's gourmet.
it's gourmet.
And they are, I will say this, it's a big cookie.
It is, but it's over $4 for a cookie. If you just wanted one thing, that's like $4.25 for a single cookie. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and make the family happy, and I got 6. And I got
How many made it home?
4. and a half. 3.5.
He's thinking.
I got 2, and they were warm. They were good. Warm chocolate chip.
They should at those prices. They better be warm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. I mean, it's a great smelling store.
They're good. It's a good store, and I was just riding by it, so I'll just do it. But there was no interaction with a person until the end. I have to say, they were really friendly. When they handed it off to me, they just couldn't have been nicer. So I wanted to be all like,
yeah, huff and puff.
I was huff and puff.
They're probably trained to be extra nice to the boomers who don't get it.
I am not a boomer.
Look, they're going to come in here first, the kiosk, really going to throw them off. Second, they're going to see the price, and they're going to be like, for a cookie in my day, I bought a pack of cookies.
Believe it.
I get a pack of chips ahoy for
I can walk right next door to that grocery store, and I can get a pack of cookies for the price. So look, we're going to have to kill him with kindness.
I'll put a bow on your box, sir.
They know you're a boomer because you come in for cookies at 2 p.m.
and walk up to the register.
Yeah. I am be so nice to him they don't have a reason to complain.
I'm not a boomer. And I went up, but now the kiosk did confuse me. And then they were like,
Well, you have to learn how to work it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're unfamiliar with a piece of equipment.
well, plus I didn't have my readers. I didn't have my cheaters.
I thought you kept them on your phone.
Okay, I had to go. I left the phone in the car because I thought I'm only going to be here 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some chocolate chips.
Didn't think you're going to have to read.
Why would I? Right.
No reading
I was
involved.
going to
Not
convert
here to read.
Yeah. Cookie. One cookie. Cookie.
Why is it so hard to get a damn cookie in this place?
Damn, all I want's a cookie.
So I had to go back out into the store. They were like, "Sir, is something wrong?" No, I'll be right back. And I got my cheaters off the phone, and then I stuck them on the end of my nose. You know those.
7 years ago, I bought a cookie.
What does that say? Pumpkin cheesecake?
Yeah, they had that. They had that.
Look at the kiosk with your mouth half open.
Yeah. And then they were like, "Tap your credit card." And I was like, well, I don't know.
Tapping
I was waving it in the air.
Yeah.
it on the wall.
Back in my day, we had to make an imprint of a credit card. And it took 18 days to charge it because it had to go through the mail.
But what really got me was at the end, they said, "How'd you hear about us?" And of course, I was like, radio. And I looked through. They had 20 things written there. Every one of them online. Every one of them was like this, that. I almost put
Your mom.
That's what you should
That's
have wrote.
offensive.
your mother.
Your mom told me last night.
He told you about Crumbl Cookies. Your mom. I don't understand why that's on there, but radio isn't.
Can't we have fun, people?
I went all the way down there and I put other. And then, of course, a keyboard came up and it's like, oh, you know, then I'm like, hey.
He spelled utter.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, by the end, I was like, 2 guys named Chris online. That's what I wanted to say, but it was not an option. It was just too much. And my cookies were already done by the time I was through typing and everything.
That's good. I mean, there's something to be said for having those kiosks that you can go order at and not have to deal with problems. And you typed it in, Hoss, so it's your mistake.
Yeah,
Biggie
that's the
would say.
Biggie theory.
And no mistakes were made. And at the end, they showed me the cookies. And how do your cookies look for you? I have to begrudgingly say they were delicious. And it was a good experience, and they were delicious. But if they could throw a little advertising dollar over here, okay? You know, I should send people there today and say, tell them 2 guys named Chris sent you. You know, let's start a write-in campaign on their kiosk and tell them 2 guys named
We're
Chris.
being overrun with boomers.
That listen to radio.
I don't know what happened today. But everyone in here doesn't know how to order or pay.